The Evergreen Media Network Studio, powered by Scott Tree Services.
Welcome to Classic Car Radio. I'm Keith McDonald here with Mike Carano and Todd Byron.
Hey, what's up?
And we're not here with either Billy DeArton or Neil Bonnet. Neither one of them are here this week.
Nope.
But Billy's alive.
Yeah, Billy's good. Billy's good. Billy's good. But yeah. Neil Bonnet's not, but right. Billy DeArton's okay. Anyway, hi, Bill.
Yeah.
I messed up last week and I
told
said
him,
that.
Billy.
Yeah, he told me about it.
Yeah, we're good.
Yep. And Bill is
word
definitely
for word.
Billy's the NASCAR expert, so you gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta go by what he says.
Right.
I thought he died in New Hampshire, but he was actually Daytona.
Yep. Same turn, Todd said, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, same as Earnhardt. I remember that. Earnhardt, anyway.
But it was Kenny Irwin that passed away in the other one.
Up in New Hampshire, same turn as Kyle Petty Jr.
Right.
Yeah, Kyle Petty Jr. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Classic Car Radio. Any shows this past weekend?
No,
guys,
I didn't go to any. I know they had one up in Dunkin' Donuts was on Saturday.
I was going to go, but I got a job, and I said I got to do that. This guy could only do it on Saturday, and I had to go do it.
Yeah, so I'm sure there was a couple of hundred cars up there.
Yeah, it was hot as hell up there, though. I went to Palm Bay Road, and it was hot. So I know, over near the ocean, it might have been a little better.
It's been hot all week.
But I would have got up there at like 11, and I figured with the pavement and everything, they would have been out of there already.
But friend Todd here finished some cars up. If you looked at his Facebook page, you got some nice job done there.
Got some cars
good stuff, man. Yeah, beautiful work.
Then in the herd, man.
Yeah, that's good.
And the Beamer is racing where? Watkins Glen?
Yep, it's going to Watkins Glen next weekend. They'll be running in Watkins Glen, yep.
Wow.
And the Porsche's done? Was it a Porsche that you had?
Jaguar.
Yeah. That's done too?
Yep.
Yeah, the Jag's still there, though. You haven't delivered yet.
It's still there.
Yeah.
But it's done. It's completed.
Beautiful.
And
nice job on that. Very nice.
72 Mercedes for another friend of mine, but he's so anxious he took off. And
you couldn't get a picture, right?
Getting out. He goes, I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay.
As long as he paid you before he left, that was good.
Yeah, we're all good.
Right. That's the important part.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, but there are shows coming up this weekend, right, Mike?
The next show I have is the Father's Day show.
Oh, that's in June.
In June, yeah, because nothing's this weekend that I have.
Really?
There might be local cruise nights.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't have.
Well, Billy's Saturday night cruising is always good.
Yep, at McDonald's over at Vero Beach.
Yeah, at
Oslo Road and US 1.
Yep.
And then they do the Sandwich Shack up in Sebastian on, I think, Tuesday nights.
Oh, do they? Okay.
It went to Fridays, but now it's Tuesdays.
All right.
And I think Burger King up in Sebastian on Thursdays on 512.
Right, yep.
But I know a lot of stuff kind of calms down in the summer because the pavement is just way too high.
And you don't see that many cars. You might drive by and see 4 or 5 cars with the hoods up.
I know Billy has a big turnout, though, at McDonald's.
Yes, he does.
Usually a good turnout there.
Yeah. If it wasn't an hour drive for me, I'd go there just to check them all out.
Yeah, otherwise everything is in June right now.
Yeah,
and it's a big weekend. No one's going to go to car shows this weekend.
And that church, the Presbyterian one, that's not till first week of June, right?
Yeah, it's June.
On Roseland?
Roseland Road, Saturday, June 8th from 10 to 3. It's the Father's Day car show at the Roseland Church. It's the Roseland Global Methodist Church at 12962 Roseland Road in Sebastian. And the number there is 772-589-3035. Free admission to the public. It's $15 for a car, but the $15 also gives you lunch.
Was this weekend a Barefoot by the Lake?
No, that's at the end of June.
End of June, okay.
End of June is Barefoot by the Lake.
In years past, we had cruises on Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
So Memorial Day, we would show up at Barefoot Bay and just line everyone up and cruise through Barefoot Bay.
Right.
Go around the big Barefoot Circle.
They have a parade there.
They have a parade too, yes. So we would go. We would go a different day than the parade. I think.
Right.
Maybe the Saturday.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
did
remember.
I think we did it a couple times.
And then
we had a good turnout too.
And then was it when we went through all the nursing homes? Was that on Memorial Day or was that 4th of July? We did.
That was actually in April.
That was after the COVID.
During COVID, it was during COVID. and the old folks were stuck in their rooms. And
right, and we drove.
We had to wheel them all out, and I think that was the end of April or first week of May back in 2020. So we call it the senior cruise.
Right.
We went to 13 different assisted living homes.
Right.
And it was a great reception. You had some trouble with vapor lock that day, so but you still got to hit several of them, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then so that was really quite the thing. We had so many cars; it was incredible.
Yeah, it was a good turnout.
Definitely, and the old folks loved that because they were stuck. They would get confined to their rooms. They would bring them their food. They were in prison.
Right.
For that day, there was a beautiful morning, and they rolled them out.
Yep, they got everybody outside.
Let them
nice.
shuffle out and got them all lined up away from each other. 6 feet apart, social distancing. Got them all lined up on most of them had those circular entries. The roundabouts, whatever you want to call them, and they would just line them up all along the sidewalk, and it was really, really a good reception we had. They were out there waving American flags at us and everything, and it was a fun day. A very, very good memory. We should do it again too, not just because. There's no COVID to worry about, but just so they can be entertained. We should do another senior cruise.
I know Vero Beach, the guys from the AACA do a lot of things at the different nursing homes out here in Vero. Yeah.
But we could do
Scott Carmine does it quite a bit.
Scott Carmine does a lot of them,
Okay, that's cool. Very cool. So, what time we got?
We got 4 minutes. Go ahead.
Oh, all right. Let's do a news story.
Go ahead.
So autoevolution.com, I've never been there before, but I went there and they had a really fun article called The 5 Quickest Muscle Cars Over the Quarter Mile During this 1966 Model Year. And you'd be surprised at the results. 66 was a huge year for the GTO, but it came in 5th out of all those cars. And the 389 Tri-Power GTO went 14.5 second quarter mile. But the 4 rivaling models would go faster. The number 4 car was the supercharged GT350 Shelby, and Car Life magazine tested that one, had a Paxton supercharger in it, and the result was a 14-second even quarter mile at 92 miles per hour. The third was a Mercury Comet Cyclone GT390. That car ran the quarter mile in 13.98 seconds, so just 2/100ths of a second faster than the Shelby.
Right.
But it reached a top speed of 103.8, which is quite a bit more than the 92 that the Shelby ran. And then here's a surprise. You would think that the Plymouth Hemi would have done well, but they had the Satellite. It was the Hemi Satellite. 66 was a pretty heavy car, as I recall.
It looks like all those cars are pretty heavy, except really the Mercury Comet.
Right, yeah. Well, the Comet the Cyclone GT was actually pretty big.
That's a longer car, right?
Yeah,
maybe it's the Shelby might have been the...
Yeah, the Shelby was definitely the shortest of the 5.
Right.
The Hemi Satellite 66, it ran a 13.8 quarter mile at 103.8, so it tied the Mercury Cyclone in speed at 103.8, but it was 18/100ths of a second faster.
Wow.
And the winner, believe it or not, was the old 442W30. Carcraft magazine got their hands on one of these 442s equipped with the W30 and managed to record a 13.8 second quarter mile at 105. So even though it tied the Hemi, it got up to 105 miles per hour in that quarter mile, so that made it win, but just in the speed it got up to, not the time, actually. It wasn't as quick off the line, obviously.
Right. When you look at it, 1966, now the cars are going a lot faster than that.
I know.
Right now.
Absolutely.
You got trucks that are doing, the
10s and stuff,
right out of the factory.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Mike, tell us about our guest coming up after the break. Tell us about Riley.
Riley, she owns Riley's Rebuild. She's been rebuilding carbs since she's 14 years old. Her dad taught her how to do it, and she really, in the car community, it took off. And now she's got sponsorship. She's got a TV show, and we'll talk to her when we come back. Hopefully, it'll be on. About 15 minutes, we'll get it going. And she just got back from college on Monday. Right. So. Well,
that's good. Cool. She's going to college, but she's still got a successful business going on.
Successful business right out of the house in garage, and she builds them right over here in Florida, up on the West Coast.
Right. Was she Bradenton?
Bradenton, yeah. So we'll talk to her when we come back.
Yeah. And it's an all-girl build team, by the way. They're all her teenage friends that she taught her, or her father, whoever taught. We'll find out who taught them. But her friends Katie, Dagny, Amelia, and Elaine are the 4 girls that work for her.
Right.
Or with her, I should say, whatever. And it's gotten so big, she's got all her friends building cars with her.
Yeah.
All teenage girls. It's amazing.
And they rebuild.
And she's 18 now, you said?
She's 17 or 18 right now. I know she did 1 year of college, so that's done.
Probably 18.
Huh.
We'll find out. We'll take a quick break. We'll take an early break so we can get her on the phone, and we'll be right back with Riley and from Riley Rebuilds.
Hi, I'm Joe Scazzari, owner and operator of Scazzari Roof Services Contracting and Consulting. Scazzari manufactures its own standing seam metal roofs in a heavy-duty 24-gauge up and down the Treasure Coast, using only U.S. steel. Only need a repair? Repairs are guaranteed for 3 years. We can do that because we go in your attic, find the leak, see where it is, go out onto your roof, open that area, and repair the leak once, and that's the end of it. Don't be sorry, call Scazzari.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs in all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Bollywood. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of name brand closeouts and sale items. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day. Sunshine.
Have you ever wanted your carpets or area rugs cleaned, but you just didn't want to deal with the noise, the wet carpet, and that long dry time? And what happens to all that wet stuff underneath the carpet? Ew! Well, Heaven's Best Carpet Cleaning solves all that with their guaranteed 1 hour dry time. Their low moisture process dries fast, smells great, and it's safe for your kids and pets too. And guess what? They also clean sofas, love seats, chairs, and recliners. Heaven's Best serves all of Indian River County and Barefoot Bay. They're bonded and insured, and your results are guaranteed. Don't put it off any longer. Grab your phone and call Keith at Heaven's Best, 772-643-6999. You'll be thrilled with the results. 772-643-6999.
Welcome back to Classic Car Radio. I'm here with Mike Carano. I'm Keith McDonald, by the way. I'm here with Mike Carano and Todd Byron. And we have a special guest, Riley from Riley's Rebuilds. Welcome to the show, Riley.
Thank you.
So you have built yourself quite a business already. And are you 18 yet, or you're still 17?
I'm 18, turning 19 in a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, because the website I got off there said you were 17, and I was like, there's no way, because she's in college. You just got back from college, right?
I did, yeah, I did.
That's great. Congratulations on that. Anyway, first of all, tell us how you learned how to rebuild carburetors.
Initially, it was through my dad and YouTube. So my dad kind of taught me some of the basics, and then we looked up all of the specs for putting it back to factory base. And I slowly took one apart and then slowly built it, and my dad would check them every single time I did one for a little bit. And then it got to a point where everything was pretty solid on my part, and I kept doing them myself.
That's great.
And you have all your friends working with you now, right, Riley? It's Mike.
Hi. My girlfriends went all to college.
Okay.
But I have a bunch of little ones, so we reach out to the local high school. My brother's 15 now, And so him and his friends come in and do a lot of the work. And then, like I said, we reach out to the local high schools. There's not much trade opportunity in the high schools around here, so we give that opportunity to people who would like to attempt.
That's just great.
Yeah.
Now you're exclusive with Edelbrock, right?
Not too exclusive. Edelbrock, we are Edelbrock's rebuilding service, but we are slowly starting to branch out. We've been doing Webers and Autolites for a while now, and we are slowly going to Quadjet and some Holly variations.
Oh, okay.
What about Carter?
Yeah.
No Carter?
Oh, Carter is the same thing as well, and the AMC's Edelbrock trim for over.
I see. Okay.
That's great.
Yeah, they're both like on the same platform.
Right. Yeah.
Now, are you restoring a car or a truck now? Is that what you're doing now?
Yeah, so we are restoring my 66 Ford Fairlane, and then we are also restoring a 57 Chevy Nomad.
Nice.
We have a couple, actually, and then we have a 78 Little Red Express, but that's kind of been put on the back burner because I'm trying to finish up the 66 by the end of summertime or as much as I can, and then the 57, we're trying to get it around December, November time.
Oh, that's great. Now, did you teach yourself how to weld, or did Dad teach you how to weld?
Dad helps me with that. We actually went to a shop around our area. Doc, he used to work for Miller, or he was sponsored by Miller. He's in the auto industry. He has this really great shop, and so we brought all our equipment there, and he taught us how to plasma cut properly. Not properly, actually. He doesn't like to use his safety equipment. But he taught us how to plasma cut and do some other cool welding. I also took an all-welding female course when I was at PRI.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Now you're meeting a lot of famous people from your webpage there, right?
I'm sorry?
You're meeting a lot of famous people through the car community, right?
I am, yeah. I've met a lot of my idols, a lot of my dad's idols. It's really funny. He tends to push me to certain of his idols because he doesn't want to seem like a fanboy. So I go up and I introduce myself, and then I'm like, "Oh, you need to meet my dad." And then he comes in and fanboys.
Oh, that's cool.
That is so great that you do that.
So you've met Chip Foose and Barry McGuire recently, right?
Yeah. I was on a panel with them, actually. So we were at a car show in California. They come join them on the panel. So,
wow.
Yeah, it was awesome. I also knew Chip Foose earlier. What's kind of crazy is I went to the Caffeine and Octane car show about, I'm going to say, a year ago, give or take, and we were at Fuller's shop because Brian Fuller had his museum going, had a bunch of his cars going to a museum, and so he was having a party, and we went, and I met him there originally, and then we went to the show after, and I was tuning a car because I tend to go to car shows and tune down the strip, and Chip Foose walked up behind me, and while I was in the middle of tuning it, he bought the car.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's great. And I've seen you on All Girls Garage.
Yes, with Bogey and Faye.
Yeah, Bogey and Faye. You were tuning carbs on there, too.
I was, yes.
And so how many carbs do you get in a week that they people are sending them to you, right, to have them rebuilt, right?
Yeah, so that's one of our services that we do offer. It's when a customer sends in their carburetor and we rebuild it. Give or take, we get 25 plus, but recently, because we've become Edelbrock's rebuilding service, we've been getting pallets on pallets. So we get about 128 each month.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's a lot of
So let me ask you this question, an easy one. Do you go over to Mecum for that stuff? And have you ever thought about advertising over at Mecum, or are you already too busy?
At that Mecum auction.
Yes, in
in
Kissimmee.
That's the first time I ever went to an auction and also Mecum, it was a great experience. Wayne Carini literally took me under his wing and brought me everywhere. He put me on the close to the stage, so I got to be there. I've thought about it. We just haven't had time. That was like one weekend where I had to fly home.
Right,
It gets
okay.
really complicated because I go to college at Connecticut College. I also play soccer for the team. So a couple of months are exoed for not being able to fly in and out
Right, yeah.
of the state. So a lot of that has been a little bit difficult. We try and get to some shows, but a lot of times if it's not lined up with my schedule properly, we won't go.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I was lucky enough to meet Wayne Carini myself, but he didn't take me under his wing at all for some reason.
And now
You ran him off.
What's great about Wayne, Mr. Wayne, is he is 45 minutes from my college, and his oldest daughter went to my college, so that was a really good entryway.
All right, the
So I've
F40
actually been
Motorsports is right there, yeah.
Yeah, so I've been to his shop, and what's really cool is his carburetor guy is a 22-year-old or 23-year-old, somewhere in the 20s.
Wow.
And so what's upcoming is we're gonna do a carb rebuild-a-thon, or a carb off.
Oh, nice.
With him and I, because we're both so young in age, and
Right,
he's
yeah.
he's so close and everything.
And now, are you doing a show with Hemmings? Is that what, or a YouTube
Yeah.
channel? Go ahead. You can talk
Yeah,
about it.
so-
Promote yourself a little bit. Go ahead.
It's called Repair to Rev. It's a father-daughter show. So initially when we were looking for co-hosts, because they had already solidified my position on the show, we weren't finding anybody that clicked really well. And Mike, the producer who works for Hemmings, saw my dad and I and like our banter and our connection. He instantly knew it'd be a father-daughter show. So our next episode, I think, just came out yesterday. So it's our third episode. Each episode's about 12 minutes, and we did 3 different cars, so 2 episodes for a car. The first car was a Corvette. The next one that just came out is an OBS, so it's a Chevy.
Yeah, we got it up on our screen. You could find us through Evergreen Media.
Mm-hmm.
All right, through YouTube, and also I think we put up your.
We're on Facebook too. On Evergreen Media.
We put your Facebook up on our Classic Car Radio Facebook page, and I also I have a Sebastian Muscle Car page that I put up. So hopefully that'll help you out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. And what else you got, Keith?
Well, you're gonna pursue this when you're done with college, of course. And, are you in a business? Are you taking business courses? Is that your major now? Is that what you want to do?
No, my major is physics, math, and engineering. So my school offers a 4-2 program. So I'll be doing physics and math for the first 4 years, and I'm going to go to WashU for the next 2 years to get my mechanical engineering degree.
That's great.
Fantastic. That's really, really good. Yeah. You're a very motivated young lady.
Riley,
I'm trying. Yeah.
Riley, we got 2 minutes, so tell everybody where they can find you and your website, and how do they get in touch with you to send carbs to you, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so everything's Riley's Rebuilds. So our website's Riley Rebuilds Shopify. That's where you can purchase all the services and almost brand new carbs for half the price.
Right.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn is all Riley's Rebuilds. My personal number is on there. It goes to our assistant's phone. I like to say that because sometimes I get calls just to call me.
Right.
It goes to my assistant's number. We only take work calls on that number.
Very good.
That's good. Smart.
Yeah, but my number can be found there. Emails go to me. Normally we get those. We answer back within the next day. Also, we do a lot of DMs, so Facebook Messenger, Instagram DMs, we'll all see that as well.
All right, great. So, Riley, we appreciate you coming on. Thanks, and you're more than welcome to come on anytime you want.
Thank you.
All right, and you have a great day, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, thanks for being with us today. We appreciate it very much, and good luck in the future.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. So that was Riley from Riley's Rebuilds, and we're going to take a long break, and we'll be back in a few.